Good afternoon, boys and girls. This is MC Crawdad from Retro Dog Digital, better known as Michael Crawley. And I went to a, well, it's hard to describe, sort of a boutique slash thrift store out in Plymouth, which is probably it's probably about 6-7 miles from my house, and I just wanted to show you what I picked up. So, with no further ado, the problem is I got so excited about what I found. There's not a whole lot of that place got picked over a long time ago, including myself. I think the last time I was there, I actually didn't buy anything, but um, I didn't neglected to really look at the back, the CDs. This is one of the jewels of this haul. This is the, in my estimation, the best Al Green compilation, one CD compilation track list. Uh, by virtue of the fact it has For the Good Times and How Can You Mend a Broken Heart on it. So, and weird thing too is it says he was this was a Motown release. Not sure how that happened. I do know that there he is. I do know that Motown, but I had the release licensing rights or whatever. They licensed some high records. I don't know if it was just Al Green or if it was someone else as well. If you look here, see if it says anything on here. But the problem is like I said, I didn't look at the back, and you can see how scratched up this is. But I got a perfect rip out of it, so I'm not complaining. And this happened with three other CDs. This is Live. They're a '90s band, and this has what is by far my favorite song by them. It's called Lucchini's Juice. Put the thing on there. It's the second song on the album. And this one, see that? Trying to get it so you can see it perfectly. Basically, what I think that is damage from a slot loading car player. Considering the age of this CD, it came out in '97. I can't deny it. That has to be it. These ones are in horrible shape. These were in the by far the worst shape of all these. It took me a couple times to get everything done, but I got a reasonably good rip on those. And together, I'm not a big fan of power ballads per se, but if you look, you can see that there is some. This is probably, I wouldn't say definitive, but together this is probably an A minus compilation of what power ballads is. There's only a couple of them here that I didn't have though. This Giant and this Slaughter. I hate Rob Slaughter or whatever his first name is voice. So that's not thing. And you come over here and I don't see anything I don't have on anything else. Maybe this Firehouse, but you never know. It could be on an '80s compilation or whatnot. Okay. moving on. I haven't burned any of these yet, but this is what I consider the pearl of this CD dive here. This is not. This is the second Live at the Apollo album, and I have never seen it on CD in my life. I would have picked it up a long time ago. And you can see it's probably 90s vintage. Just needs a little bit of cleanup there. Makes me want to remove that smudge, but I haven't ripped any of these yet, and there's this little S. I'm imagining that little design is by the person who owned it originally. This is the Parliament Tear the Roof Off 74 to 80. It's a 2 CD set. I have this, but stupidly, a long time ago, I basically took these all out of the boxes, and oh well, I don't know what happened to this box, but look at it. Look, barely any imperfections on the outer box, just a couple here and there. The book is pristine, and I still have the book. I have like a freezer bag full of the various book backings, the covers, back covers of the CDs and whatnot. And okay, all the CDs that I have, or most of them, are in a like a Case Logic thing. Again, it wasn't the best thing to do to there, but this was kind of really kind of cool. What they did is there's a couple of oddities here. There's a 12-inch flashlight and the 12-inch Aqua Boogie. And let's see here. This isn't the version. This version of Testify isn't the same one vocally. That's on the Up for the Downstroke album. But most of the rest of these are album cuts. The one thing that's kind of cool on here is that they have this version of Fantasy is Reality, which I think has a longer introduction than the one that was originally on the P-Funk Earth Tour. However, that is no longer on the P-Funk Earth Tour. But lots of album cuts and a couple greatest hits there. But another pearl, another underplayed song by Parliament is the Funking for Fun. You can see over here Bootsy. Okay, there. Open this up. And same thing. There's that little S. It looks like a little, I don't know, maybe a little pair of eyes or whatever. But close to being perfect. That's the last case I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna have to put that back together later. From there, we go to Mr. Robert Nesta Marley, and this is a bootleg. But it's a bootleg from 1976, the Apollo in New York. And there's a couple. There's a nice little thing. I said I wasn't going to open it up, and I'm kind of glad I did. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that, but that's one that could, because of the how it follows the grooves of the CD, it could. All right, grooves ain't the right word. The circular path of the CD information. This one is called Trenchtown Days, Birth of the Legend. I have this. It's not the same one, but it's basically all the same songs, but they're mixed up. Actually, I think they're more mixed up here than they were on there. The first Simmer Down is like the first song that should, if they were going in chronological order, Simmer Down would be the first song. There is a lot of, it's kind of funny because there's a lot of soul here. I'm Still Waiting starts out with a beautiful Bunny Wailer vocal, and then Bob takes over. It's quite arresting. And then there's the original version of One Love, and goes to show you he never stopped recovering a lot of his stuff. The next Marley, it's called Talking Blues. I've seen this around forever, but have I never had the urge to pick it up because as you're looking at the track list, a lot of it is talking. I know with the CDs and digital, you can program all that out, but I just never got the urge to buy it. But if you read here, captures a time in the mid-'70s when Bob Marley and the Wailers took reggae into the mainstream of popular music. Most of the tracks are from a broadcast for KSAN Radio in San Francisco, the only recordings from Wailers' first American tour in 1973. Talkin' Blues also features 4 other rarities. So, and so forth and so on. The music is interspersed with extracts things. So my first thought, I think, when I read this was that these were just studio versions, and it was like an interview in the studio with Bob. So I never picked it up. Bought it $2. This is the Hindu Love Gods. This is basically, you look here, it is REM with Warren Zevon in Michael Stipe's place. I'm all for that. Most of these are blues covers, but they do a garage rock version of Raspberry Beret, which is freaking awesome. And it says Battleship Chains. I wonder if that's the same song that the Georgia Satellites did. Good question. Next, BC Boys, Same Old Bullshit, which is just a collection of really old stuff. I don't know how well you can see the track list here. Censored and uncensored version of Cookie Puss is here. Egg Raid on Mojo. Okay. And I don't know where Encore Records Guarantee is, but I only paid $2 for this. It has the Grand Royale thing, which I kind of like. And to Mr. Michael Diamond, it has finally come upon me to write to you about certain issues. And Phoebe and Simon Stringer. It's an open letter, I guess. Or, well, the Beastie Boys made it open. Next, Steve Forbert. Kind of a folky, folk rock throwback from the 70s. His big hit was Romeo's Tune. And that's really the only song I've heard by him. Next is Grateful Dead. There we go. Let's call it Oaxamoaxoa. Let's just call it the Palindrome CD. And their typical trippy covering. Again, that little two dots, kind of, I don't know if it's supposed to be a person or an S with two dots around it, but the highlight here for me is Cosmic Charlie. I absolutely love that song. Okay. Then after this, everybody's favorite guitar player, Ted Nugent. Yeah. This is before he was terrible, Ted. This was, I don't know if this was their second album or maybe first, but as you can see here. Okay. I've had a lot of these songs on a compilation, but why quibble about anything when you have a title such as "Why is a carrot more orange than an orange?" I don't know. Blind Willie Johnson. Blind Willie. 30s, 20s blues guy. This Mojo, you can tell, or I can tell anyway, because I kind of look at this shit. Columbia Legacy. I'm looking to see if there's any. It's like Jesus Wake Me Up from My Dying Bed is part of In My Time of Dying by Led Zeppelin. Of course, it's the other way around, but the main song In My Time of Dying is a different song, I believe. The Platters sing the sting. The Platters sing the standards. Nice little thing here. So let's explore the track list. Gonna take a sentimental journey. Embraceable You. It's Summertime. I think that's on another one I have by them. The funny thing is two of their biggest hits are covers of, well, standards. One being Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. The other one is Twilight Time. And guess what? Neither of them are there. Not that it matters. I can't wait to actually dig into this. Okay. The next thing is B.B. King, Let the Good Times Roll, the music of Louis Jordan. Which, well, just like it says, choo choo, choo choo, boogie. And even something like Caledonia, I'm just wondering here, Caledonia and Let the Good Times Roll. Where's Let the Good Times Roll? Yeah, there it is. I don't know. Are these new recordings of them, or are they just using the old recordings that he had that BB done well back in the 70s, really? The next, this is a little reggae, a little reggae box. The Tide is High, and I'm sure if I was to really, and I will probably explore this, and I'll probably do that after I rip it and get into these. But it looks pretty cool. I like reggae. Bobby Darin story. Probably everything I have that's on here is on the Ultimate Bobby Darin that I have that was put out in the mid '80s on CD. It was sort of like a series. I've also got an Otis Redding and a Coasters in that set. Well, there's Split Splash, Queen of the Hop, Mac the Knife, Beyond the Sea. So the next is Frank Sinatra Platinum Collection. Great, 40 great tracks. And then you wonder, who put this out? I have no idea who Starts Entertainment Loaded is. I'm willing to bet that this is all pretty much. I'm seeing begin the Begin. This is probably mostly, if not all, Columbia stuff from the 40s. Looks like there's some live recordings in there. I see 1, 2, 3. And so for $2, I'm not complaining. Okay, Buddy Rich Band. It says this album may be 80. If you look at the titles, Slow Funk, Beulah Witch, and probably a lot more contemporary than the other Buddy Rich CDs I got. But is this a plaid back? Yeah, it's a plaid back, MCA plaid back. There. We'll see what's up with that. And last and, well, probably least, although this is from 1980 something, Beach Boys, and it's called just the Beach Boys, eponymous album. One big hit on here, a reasonably big hit, Get You Back, which is Mike Love. It was actually pretty good. I definitely liked this back in the late 80s when 85 when it came out. And is it going to be the worst Beach Boy album I own? Probably. But I do like Get Back. So that was this haul yesterday. This is MC Crawdad from Retro Dog Digital. This is Mike Crawley signing out. You have a good day and a good rest of your weekend.